Such a hit.
And welcome to the Man Scouts podcast. I'm your host, the All-Father, Captain Colin himself, with my co-host. He's coming in hot.
It's dude. Okay,
Daddy
I got
Dalton.
told I was a misogynist today.
You didn't tell me that part. You
Yeah,
got called
I
a
did.
misogynist by who? By the homegirl that you were talking about?
No, it's this girl. We won't say her name, but it's Madeline. She she just called me misogynist. I don't know why. I said bippity boppity women are property, and she goes, "You're a
Dude,
misogynist." And I was
what a
like,
crazy thing to think, you know?
well, I mean, it was for funnies. I was doing it because I was trying to be funnies, but she had a lesbian friend there, and apparently that's like the wrong crowd to like. I don't know.
So
I was talking to him on the phone.
This is legit what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
Well,
no, I'm not making it up.
I can't say that mistakes weren't made, but what
By
I can
her,
say,
right? Calling
yeah,
me a misogynist, dude?
you
I
don't
can't
even
even believe it.
massage. You don't even know massage.
I'm terrible at it. I start at the head, I end at the feet. I don't know what to do.
Hey,
Yeah, dude, I don't know. They were talking about having a safe space, and like they're like, it's a safe space for everybody. And
where
I
did
was
you
like,
know these people? Where were you hanging out with these people at?
oh, I was talking to her on the phone.
Okay, why? Was it like a potential person type of thing, or not really?
No, she just called me. I don't know.
Who are these people calling you?
I don't know. She's pregnant. She's like friends with a friend of mine. I don't
And
know, dude.
decided
Like,
to call
she's a
you.
friend of mine, right? She called me.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay,
Probably to see if I was alive or something. Like, I don't know.
and you were
And I'm
and
alive.
well.
So, like, I was like, yeah, and I'm here. And she's like, Dalton, you're like one of my favorite people. I'm like, I don't know why. It's weird because she called me a misogynist, but she also, in the same conversation, said, if I could do it all over again, I would just marry you. And I was like,
Who is this person, and why are they saying these things to you,
She's
dude? I'm so confused.
well, I think she was trying to build me up. But then she called me a misogynist, and then so she tore me down a little bit. And it was like, hey, I'm trying to help out the women folk. And she was like, how? And I'm like, well, because like bippity boppity, like women are property. And I'm like, and she said that was misogynist, which I was like, I don't know about that. But
Oh, so she didn't call you a misogynist. You said that statement was misogynist.
well, she said that, but then I think she said I was a misogynist. Yeah, she did.
She says you massage.
Yeah. So, but I was like, I'm not. She's like, don't even act like you're a misogynist. Like, you like strong business women. And I'm like, I'm not. I don't know, dude. She's being weird.
Is it true though? Do you like strong business women?
Yeah, dude. Why not?
Do you like a boss ass bee, dude?
Dude, it depends on how their attitude is. You know what I mean? It depends. If they're cool, yeah. But I don't like lazy chicks. Do you like lazy chicks? I don't.
No, but the I just like the definition like a strong business woman.
I know. It's kind of fun.
Like, what does that mean?
It means,
But this is what you truly want. Like, here's the thing.
tell me
Dalton,
the thing.
you have some old fashioned values, right?
Sure.
And old fashioned isn't bad in the sense or misogynistic, despite the joke that you made, right?
It was a joke. It's for funnies.
It was a joke. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I've seen you in a relationship, right?
Right.
You're a good boyfriend.
I'm great.
I've seen you in 2 relationships.
You've
or
seen
one
me
and a-
more
one and a
than
half.
one, though.
Sure. My sample size is 2.
Right. That's 100% of the sample size, though.
It's 100% of you, of the sample size of you.
Yes.
Yes.
My sample size.
And 100% of the time,
I give you a sample.
we're gonna do some experiments. Anyways, what I'm saying is good boyfriend, essentially.
Yeah. Right?
And
Awesome.
I'm gonna say this in the most loving way I can. You're a simp. You're a simp. And simps
I've
aren't
been called a misogynist. I've been called a simp. I've been called a lot of things today.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you're
The same person who called me misogynist also said they would go back and marry me.
Well, that's inappropriate
like,
to say. I don't know why they would say that.
Is that inappropriate? I just thought it was flattering.
What they're saying is they like you more than their husband. That's what they said.
Well, she's not married. I just said she's pregnant.
Well, she likes you more than her baby daddy. I don't know.
I don't think she meant that, though. I don't think that's what she meant.
What does that not mean?
I think it was supposed to be a compliment. I don't know.
So if you could paraphrase word for word, essentially what she said, what'd she say? She said,
I said it verbatim. She said, if I could go back and do things different, I would marry you. First off, or something.
So what she's saying
like
is,
that.
I would rather have married you. I think that's exactly what she's saying.
I think you might. I don't think that's. I don't know. She wasn't
exactly
being
what she's saying.
flirty. That's the thing.
If I could go back and unimpregnate myself with the seed of this man, I would marry you
Who
instead.
Is this? Somebody is calling me, and I'm not a fan of it. Pause it, please.
Are you gonna take another 20-minute phone call on the thing?
Can we cut this out, or can you pause it?
We can. Yeah. We can't pause it, but we'll just cut it out.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I just saw your text. I do not remember ever going out with you.
Okay, so I don't remember either.
I feel like I would have remembered.
That's what I said.
Awkward.
I looked at the date and I was like 2021. I was like, I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
You should be embarrassed because I'm not. I'm just kidding. No.
Me?
I'm just...
You were the one that didn't respond. I looked at those messages.
Whoa, I replied and
No.
I did. Okay, let's read them. Let's read them. This is.
The last one?
Hey, hold. No, let's go back so we get some context. Okay. It says, "Hey, thank you for going out with me last night." You said, "Absolutely. Thanks for taking me. Good luck with training today." Right? To me, that doesn't warrant a response. I feel like. Does it?
What?
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm the asshole here. I don't know.
Well, no. Okay, you're not the asshole. It definitely doesn't warrant a response. But I mean, you just didn't like me enough to respond.
Whoa! Or
Doesn't make you an asshole. It just means you weren't into me.
You didn't like me enough to try to ask me out. I did all the footwork there. I took you out. We both agreed on it. Remember?
That's true. Maybe I should have woman up.
Hey, I'm just saying. I believe in equality.
Oh my god.
I will. If you hit me, I will hit you right back. No, just kidding.
Oh no.
I got called a misogynist not long ago, so I'm just trying to be equal now.
Wow. Why were you a misogynist?
Well, I
You
just.
listened to Andrew Tate or something?
Well, I was listening. I mean, first of all, Andrew Tate has some decent points. Okay.
No, he does.
And what I said that sparked this was I just said a simple phrase because I thought it was funny. I said bippity boppity, women are property. And
You said what?
I said
women are property?
I said bippity boppity, women are property. And I was talking to a friend of mine and her lesbian friend. And
you picked the wrong crowd to say that to.
I think I did. I think that's what it
Yeah,
was.
you did.
It's not my fault. It's the crowd. That's what I'm picking up from that, right? Yeah, I think that's what that means.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah. So, what are you up to?
So, I'm just in Harriman right now. My mom isn't feeling great, so
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I'm picking her up some flowers and I'm dropping them off.
Oh shoot.
And then, yeah. So that's pretty much it. What are you up to?
I'm actually filming a podcast, and now you are on it.
That's fun.
So.
Oh, I am.
You are. Yeah. Do you have anything to say to the kids?
Dalton is an asshole.
Oh.
Dalton doesn't text back.
We're gonna edit that one out, Colin.
Just kidding.
Make a timestamp of that. That's 9 minutes and 51 seconds. You called in at the very beginning, so
Gotcha.
yeah. So you actually timed it well.
What is your podcast about?
It's like social commentary. Like, sometimes we get political. Most of the time, we just try to be funny. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Are you
fun.
gonna be out in Harriman for a little bit?
I live in Lehigh, so I'm gonna head back to Lehigh tonight.
Right,
Probably.
but are you gonna
But
be in Harriman for like a period of time, or what?
I can be. Are you gonna come out here?
What I'm saying is it okay if I call you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, are you really on a podcast, or are you just making that shit up?
No, that's not made up. Nothing I have said has been made up. I'm not even
Oh my
lying.
gosh. Okay, will you please edit that out?
I can't. That's up to my
Y'all suck.
that's up to my other the other guy on the podcast. He does. I do short-term editing. He does the long-term editing. So
Okay.
Ask her.
Have fun with that.
oh wait,
Ask her for her consent. Say it's really good content. Ask her for her consent.
Hey, this is really good content. Can I have your consent to post this?
Sure.
Oh, that's consent, dude, and consent is sexy. So
Consent is sexy.
all right, that's it right there. Okay, I will call you back. Give me like
Okay,
what, like 30? Yeah, 30 minutes, right, Colin? We should be good in 30. Yeah, 30. We'll be good. Okay, I'll call you back in 30.
Okay, bye.
All right. All right. Love you. Bye. Dude, she didn't say I love you back. I don't know what this means.
Okay. You're smooth, dude. I don't know what to tell. First of all, we're gonna analyze this call for a couple reasons. Okay.
Why is my screen so red?
Because you're a Sith Lord, and
There
we
go.
reveal that why.
better.
You take girls on dates and you love bomb them. Are you familiar with the term love bombing?
No, I don't know what that means. Oh, I said love you as a joke.
Okay.
That was the one time I did that.
Is love a joke to you? That's also the name of the podcast episode, by the way. Is love a joke to you?
Is love a joke to you? I thought it was funny. And she laughed too. You could hear her kind of snicker.
Yeah. And you're a funny guy, okay?
Oh, dude, we're having big fun out here.
But do you ever think that,
Genuinely,
like,
dude,
maybe you're too funny?
What?
You ever think, like, maybe you're too funny?
Dude, honestly, if you can't handle me, go find less. Like
All
that
right.
TikTok thing.
All right, Queen, slay.
Yes, slay.
All right, dude, love bombing. See this right here?
Yeah. Did you
The
Google
action-
love bombing?
Yes.
Why?
To show you what you do.
Okay. Yeah, tell me what I do.
The action or practice of lavishing someone with affection, attention, especially in order to influence or manipulate them. Are you a cult?
I might be. I don't know. I don't feel like I am.
The cult of Dalton.
Dude, honestly though, I'm gonna say this.
Say it.
If I had a cult following of women, I honestly don't know that I'd be surprised. I
thought that was going a different direction. I thought you were going to say something like that. Like, I would treat them respectfully. There's no way I would assault them. Like, it wouldn't be another like Nvidian type cult thing, you know, where they do crazy sex stuff. It would be normal. But you're like, I wouldn't be surprised.
It would be bothersome. It would be all the crazy girls who I've dated who they would get together and they'd be like, you don't like him either. And then they would come together and they'd be like, actually, I think we all really like him. And I would just try to be getting away from him. That's all I would be trying to do.
So you just pointed out something interesting. And when girls hate you,
yes,
right?
Right.
Does that mean they're obsessed with you? That's what that means. It means they're obsessed with you.
A little bit, dude. Some of them are. Dude,
Because
I've definitely had some obsessive girls.
Why do you care so much that you hate me?
Oh, bro. Oh, I just realized something.
Are you a misogynist? Is that what you...
Oh, dude.
What?
I am a misogynist.
I'm racist.
Have you seen that TikTok where a guy goes, "What do you do for a living?" And he goes, "I'm a full-time racist," and he just like keeps walking. Oh man, it kills me.
Guys, aren't these things funny? Like, I know
Yeah, but
sometimes people get
too
offended,
funny?
but aren't they funny? These things that we say,
I feel like they're funny, dude.
they're funny.
But
But
too
apparently
funny?
that girl on the phone call didn't think it was funny. Not the one you just talked to, but the one before that
Oh,
you were iterating the story of.
yeah, I don't know what her deal is, dude.
Also, dude,
She's
thanks for giving
pregnant,
me a
so.
chance. Thanks for giving me a chance to eat some chicken tenders while you took a phone call on the podcast.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make a wild guess. Those are from Dairy Queen.
No,
Where are they from?
they're technically from Cosmic Wings, but they're really from Applebee's. Do you know what that is?
No.
So essentially, Cosmic Wings is a ghost kitchen that operates out of Applebee's locations nationwide, and you can order wings and chicken tendies, and you can order mozzarella stuff
Oh,
in
that's why you were eating
Cheeto
mozzarella
tasty
sticks
form.
earlier. And what? Cheetos?
Yeah, they have like Cheeto flavored wings.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that girl. So apparently, I got her phone number, and she like, I like,
How'd
I
you get her
asked
phone
her.
number? Tell us how you got the phone number.
We matched on like a dating app, and I got her phone number, and I went to text her, and we had gone out already, but like 2 years ago. And I didn't remember this girl at all. And apparently she doesn't remember
Where
me
did
at
you
all.
go out with her? Did you go out with her in like
No.
Rexburg or something?
No, I think it was here. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I'm assuming it was here because it would have been right when I started working, like I started the academy.
Interesting.
And so because she even said, she's like, have fun at training tomorrow.
So isn't that like a year ago?
No, it's like 2 years ago.
What?
I've
2021?
Yes.
2021 was last year.
Oh, sorry, but it was at the beginning of 2021.
So yeah, you're getting close to 2 years, but it's
Yeah,
like
sorry.
a year and
rounding.
change.
My bad.
Yeah, dude, stop saying that.
It was almost 2 years ago.
P.S. There's a lot of things going on in this podcast visually. Okay, one of the things is Dalton took a phone call, and I was putting up hilarious banners during the phone call. Another thing is I'm dressed as Nacho Libre. That's also not evident.
And I'm not. Oh, there it is. Colin just flashed the camera. So
I didn't flash the camera. I showed them my stretchy pants.
It's borderline inappropriate.
You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, go to YouTube for the visual element of the podcast. Like and subscribe and comment.
You can also find it on our website, right? Or no?
You can't find the video on the website.
Sorry, guys. YouTube is where that's at.
It would cost too much money for us to host all our videos on the website.
You didn't have to give them a reason. You could have just said it was on
Sorry,
YouTube.
we're loaded. That's totally not the reason.
It's honestly just a lot of work. That's what it is.
It would just take long. It takes like, you know how long it takes to upload a full episode to YouTube? It takes like 3 hours.
That's freaking ridiculous, dude.
And maybe it's my Wi-Fi speed, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
I'm pretty sure it's just, well, there's a lot going on with our podcast too. Like there's just sometimes they're like longer and stuff. You know what I mean?
Sometimes they're like longer and stuff.
But anyway,
so do you like this girl, dude? Are you in love? Is she the one?
I don't remember going out with her.
Okay.
So I don't know. And so anyways, that's what I was gonna. I can't remember.
So do your guys' dating profiles look that much different from a year and a half ago, 2 years ago?
I don't remember what hers looked like, bro. I don't even know how I met this chick.
That's awkward.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
It's awkward, dude.
Dude, it's been a minute.
Now I've probably had that situation happen to me before.
But so here's the thing is I was supposed to message her like a couple of days ago. Like is when she gave me her phone number, and I typed in her phone number and I just saw that we had already messaged and gone out, and I didn't quite know how to handle that, and I didn't want to deal with it at the time because I was doing stuff, so I just didn't message her. And
didn't want to deal with it at the time, huh?
Well, I was working. I was like busy, and I was like, I don't know what to say.
The words of a misogynist.
Well, because like she would have
I'm
seen
busy.
too.
I'm too busy for your rights, woman.
I don't think that's a right. Okay, because if women have the right to be texted at an appropriate time, then my rights have been violated too. Because ain't no girl do that shiz.
All right, easy there, Lenny from Of Mice and Men. Ain't no girl do that.
That's freaking dumb, dude.
You're frustrated. Anyways, continue with your rant before you were so rudely interrupted by a girl that wants to date you.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about, dude.
You were essentially saying you got called a misogynist. You've been having a rough day.
Yeah. I feel
Here's the
like
thing.
that's it. Oh,
we might have some what are called incels that tune into this pod for inspiration because I'm a married man, right?
Right.
And they hear
so
you
they're trying
say
to get married?
they're trying to get anything, really.
Right.
And you come on this podcast, you come on mopey mope, and you're like, oh man, sad day. And this girl calls you, and she's like, oh my gosh, what's up? And you guys were totally spitting game with each other. There was vibage, right? There was vibage. Was there not vibage?
There's probably
First of all,
vibage,
the tone of your voice, changed. Okay. And the listeners are going to be able to tell in real time the difference between you just talking and being silly and then your on the phone voice.
Is it that bad? Dude,
I think I should say, is it that good? Because it is.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest too. I didn't know who she was when I answered the phone.
You're like, hello there.
Well, because I answered it and she started talking. I don't know if you saw this. Oh no, she said she better send me the link to that when she's done with it. I don't know if I want her to see the rest of the episode.
What do you mean? We're not saying anything crazy.
That's true, but dude, I don't think you understand because like her number's not saved in my phone.
Okay, here's the thing, and if you listen to that later on, Shoddy, that just called, and you listen to this, and he says, the number's not saved, don't take personal offense. This guy's the worst at saving numbers in his phone. I swear that my number was forever not saved in his phone.
It's true.
Why don't you save numbers?
I don't know, dude. It's like a lot of work, I feel like.
It's not a lot of work. It's literally like,
well, I just got her number, all right? So freaking chill, dude.
You just got it
again.
Number.
I just got it again. All right.
You got her number years ago, and I still have a tag.
It makes my teeth look really yellow. I'm changing it.
I still got a tag on this cape. I didn't realize it's on my neck. So many visual elements to this podcast.
Man. Oh, that's too bright.
This is what happens when we don't prepare. Things get crazy.
It's
so let's actually talk about some stuff though.
Hold on.
Okay, finish your rant. Fine.
So I don't think you realized, dude, when she called me, I had to look to see whose number it was, dude, because I couldn't figure it out. So you were just answering the phone mid. Oh man, I kind of thought it might be her, but like I don't know, it was an unknown number, and so I was kind of like, I get nervous with those, especially with like work and stuff.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like I get sometimes that's just an excuse. Honestly, I don't know. I just thought I should answer it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So anyway, what did you want to talk about?
I mean, there's so much to talk about.
We got nuclear war is almost upon us.
Yeah, we've been saying that for weeks now. It's
yeah, but like, what are you gonna do when it happens?
At this point, it's just like edging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, what are you gonna do, dude? Are you gonna get vaporized like a man?
I hope so.
Or are you gonna try to hunker down, dude?
Vaporize me harder, daddy. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say.
Vaporize me, Captain.
No, I'm not really that scared about nuclear war. And
dude, nuclear bombs will kill you.
They will kill me, but they're not going to launch.
They will.
Oh, you think they're going to not launch a nuclear bomb to southeastern Idaho?
Well, they might.
What? They're going to be like, we need to take out that weird eclectic group of like kind of Mormons, kind of redneck trash in southeastern Idaho.
No, but you want to know what they will take out over there?
What?
the nuclear facility that's just east or west of Idaho Falls.
You're making a good point. You're making a good point. And
Now
you know
should
it's
be
also
afraid.
screwed? You know it's also screwed? Our hometown. Our hometown is screwed.
Yeah, our hometown's getting bombed. I think this is what I think because I've actually thought about.
Okay, now we're getting into tactical war. Go ahead.
I've thought about this, dude. I
Okay.
think they'll try to nuke Salt Lake. I don't think they'll make it though.
Why would they try Salt Lake? Why wouldn't they try LA?
Well, they'll try LA, and they could probably hit LA. But what I'm saying is no matter what way a nuclear warhead comes at Salt Lake, there's a lot of landmass in between, and there's a lot of Air Force bases in between, almost every direction. Because if they come from the east, you got like NORAD and all the Denver area is like
NORAD,
a hub.
the Santa tracker?
Well, you know what NORAD is? It's a satellite array.
I mean, sure, I knew that. I totally knew that.
It's a military, I think they do satellites. Yeah, NORAD is like a military base.
Okay, well, here's how I knew NORAD or NORAD.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know NORAD from the Santa tracker that upon visiting it now is the fakest thing I've ever seen. But at the tender age of 9, maybe older, I believe.
Yeah, I did the same thing, bro.
Dude, when did you find out that Santa worked for the government?
Well, I always suspected because my parents work for the government.
Dude, that's such a betrayal. Wow.
Yeah. And I say my parents worked for the government, but indirectly, right? They worked for a contracting
through a
company
contractor, yeah.
That was contracted through the government.
Sure.
So, but they used equipment, right, that did say property of the U.S. government on there.
Totally.
So, you know what I mean? So they had government they had government ties, and it was a political game. And so at some point, I don't know, dude, I was probably like bring your kid to work day, and I saw Santa there, and I think I just connected the dots.
Yeah. You were like, where are the elves?
Yeah. He's like, son, we haven't used
elves.
They're
called midgets.
We haven't used elves since the Vietnam War.
He's like, son, we live in a different time. They're called little people.
They're called little
politically
people
correct.
He goes, listen, boy.
You're on the naughty list, son, for using politically incorrect speech.
He goes, they're called little people. But in actuality, all the elves died in the Vietnam War. We used them to go through the tunnels. They were easy because they were little.
They were our secret. They were our secret defense against the Viet Cong.
Yeah, they were what we called tunnel runners, and I think some of them still work for Vietnam.
Dude, but
we haven't been able to recruit
tunnel runners. That sounds offensive. That sounds like a slur of little people.
For elves, dude?
Sorry, elves. My bad.
Yeah, not little people.
Anyways.
Anyway,
so this is what I think we need to get to. So, World War III, yeah, it may happen. I don't know.
It's pretty cool,
but it hasn't yet, right?
Yeah, it's kind of exciting though.
It's kind of like the second coming of Jesus. Like we don't know when it's gonna happen, right? So we prepare, and we go up on our day, right?
Right.
Now, nuclear war may or may not happen.
I hope it does.
Are you prepared?
I actually hope it doesn't. Am I prepared, dude? Yeah, I'm prepared.
Yeah, me too. I take an exceedingly high dose of caffeine every day to be prepared.
Same. Yeah, I took fish oil once this week, so think about that.
Dude, I took so much fish oil last night that I woke up hungover. Yeah.
You're tired? You're a sleepy person?
Yeah, it's a life hack, guys. For those of you struggling to sleep, take some fish oil. Quite a bit of it.
Like how much?
I take 2,000 milligrams, so 2 grams.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
This guy's a madman when it comes to fish.
Little Mermaid is in my vitamins.
Where you at?
She in my vitamins. It's fish oil. It's like the blood of the Little Mermaid is what it is. I'm gonna live forever. Dude, honestly, I know this is dark, but 'tis the season. Okay. I'm so into supplements and steroids and all that stuff that if I lived in the Harry Potter world, I would definitely consume a unicorn's blood.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, dude.
You think? Don't you get like a curse from drinking unicorn's
Eh,
blood?
you know,
What's the curse though?
a sick bod. I don't know.
I'll take it.
If someone said, "Hey, if you start taking exogenous testosterone,
Yeah.
you're gonna be cursed," and the curse is you have to take exogenous testosterone for the rest of your life. How do you feel about it?
That's the whole reason I haven't done it yet.
Okay, but like you're
So
still
it's
tempted
kind of a
to
deal
do it.
breaker, I guess you
But
could
it's
say.
still. But is it still tempting? Yes or yes?
Yeah, it's still tempting.
Then obviously it would be still tempting for people to drink unicorn's blood.
I don't think the curse for unicorn's blood is having to drink more unicorn's blood, though.
What's the curse?
I don't know.
Having a sick bod, like I said 3 minutes ago.
I don't know what it even does for you. What does drinking unicorn's blood
I don't
do?
know. We're uninformed. I haven't listened to Harry Potter or read it in a long time, so I'll have
I
to.
haven't either. It's
But
been
I
a
read the
while.
books. I read the books.
I read
Day
the
one,
books
I
a
read the
lot.
books. I waited for books to come out at the
Same.
midnight premiere at Barnes and Noble.
I probably saw you there.
We were probably there together
Yeah.
in the Tri-Cities.
Yep.
Outside the Barnes and Noble in Kennewick.
There's only one.
There's only one.
There literally is
Crazy.
only one.
We were probably there together. It's so
We
cute.
definitely were.
Before we were friends.
What a bunch of little nerds, dude.
What a nerds. Anyways, yeah, World War III. I don't even care. But this is what I do care about. So big
Tell me.
news in the space. Kanye has been canceled
Really? Why?
officially. Yeah, he kind of
For
said
what?
he said some stuff about Jews. It is what it is.
Yeah, he's been going on. He's kind of he's got some weird stuff he's been saying.
Yeah, first of all, we're gonna go down the list of his crimes. But
Okay.
before we go on the list of his crimes, let's say what he actually did in response to this. He bought Parler,
Okay.
social media empire. That's actually not that big. He bought Parler, which is the equivalent of Twitter.
Okay.
Not the equivalent. It's like a similar thing.
Okay.
But so now you got the trifecta, right? You got Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is about to buy Twitter, so
Yes.
he probably should have just waited if he didn't want to be canceled.
Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Trump still got Truth Social, and he's like, I will. You know, that people have asked Trump, like, hey, if Elon like offers you your account back, are you going to go back on? He's like, no, I have Truth Social now. Except he says it in Trump. No, frankly. I looked at it and I said, wow, Truth Social. It's the best.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Does it get any more truthful than Truth Social?
I didn't
No,
really. That was
A
bad
lot of
impression.
Jews.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Jews.
A lot of Jews. All the
Anyways.
Jews.
So what essentially has happened to Kanye is there have been banks that have shut down his accounts and said, hey, you can't bank with us anymore. So
Apparently, you can just do that.
yeah, you can. And that's the country we live in. And you need to be careful. You need to be prepared. You need to understand that free speech is kind of like not a thing anymore. And when, you know,
What
when we say
banks-
that, Chase and JP Morgan.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah. So they said, hey, Kanye, we're giving you a notice. Get your funds out before this date. We're revoking your account.
That's
So-
crazy.
It's pretty crazy. Now, here's the thing.
What a bunch of dummies, dude.
When like a lot of conservatives, and again, you know, I don't define myself as a conservative. What do I define myself as?
Anarcho-capitalist.
An anarcho-capitalist, an agorist, a voluntarianist, a lot of
Okay,
different
You get
things.
one. Okay, just choose
Okay,
one.
well,
and
I'm
stick with
choosing
it.
agorist then. That's the one.
All right. Well, nobody knows what that is.
Exactly. And that's part of the grandeur of it all. But what I'm saying is this, okay? A lot of conservatives say like the free speech thing, and then a more liberal person would say, well, you don't have the right to say whatever you want. You can't shout fire in a crowded theater, or you can't like hate speech, man. Like, first of all, you should be able to say whatever you want. Just period.
Yeah.
Period. Period.
I
You should
actually
be allowed
had
to
a
say whatever you
conversation-
want.
I had a conversation about something similar to this with a girl recently.
Oh, dude. More misogyny.
Yeah, I don't think it was a good like impression, but I was like, whatever. But I basically
the
was, yeah. Go ahead.
If you're trying to say like, hey, like social media should be monitored, and get rid of hate speech, or the government should do it. Like, that's pretty scary. Because they are just like arbiters. They have no criteria, and like whoever gets control of those regulatory bodies then has all the power to censor, and then it gets bad real fast, right? So that's how like the patterns of things have always begun, is like, hey, we need to censor this because it's harmful to the public. You want to know what happened to Socrates? Socrates, the famous philosopher, was killed, put to death for corrupting the youth.
Yeah.
Now, he also did have relations with little boys, but everyone did in that generation. It was kind of
I think that was pretty. I think that was pretty common back then.
It was pretty common.
Which is weird.
Hashtag do your research into the Spartans.
Which is really weird. And we don't condone that. We're
not Spartans. Okay? We're not.
Nope.
Anyways, so getting back to the free speech issue. So you really can't say whatever you want. You do have to like be careful and understand that like the ideal of free speech, not the law, whatever, sure, a private business can do whatever they want and can take you off the thing. But this market of virtue signaling where there's value in a company saying like, we don't want you anymore because we're in this woke agenda, like that's just going to eat things up. You're talking about we're about to have like separate economies based on that.
Right.
Conservative economy, liberal economy. That's about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Places where you can have abortions, places where you can't. Places where you can smoke weed, places where you can't. So, anyways, free speech.
And then we're probably gonna separate accordingly.
So he said some stuff about the Jews.
What did he say about Jews?
Oof, well, one of the claims, and this is actually fairly pervasive in communities, but the Black Hebrew Israelite. Are you familiar?
No.
So Black Hebrew Israelites are a collection of people who are Black people who believe that they are the true children of Israel, that they are the Jews, that the chosen people, as spoken of in the Torah, right, or the Old Testament,
the Book of Old, yes,
the Book of Old, that those people, that Black people are the real Jews.
Okay.
So they're the chosen ones of God, type of thing.
Okay. Well, all right.
And it's kind of like anti-white as well. There's a little philosophy there.
Okay, well, I can't necessarily get behind that.
He also said George Floyd was not killed by the officer's knee on the neck, but an overdose of synthetic opioid fentanyl. And George Floyd's family is suing him for $250 million over it, which I don't know what basis they...
For saying that, I don't know that they can say that. Or I don't know that they can sue. Why can't you say that?
I don't know. So things that people are saying is they're saying, hey,
that's what's confusing about it.
Coroner,
didn't
coroner's report. Go ahead.
Didn't they had doctors say, yeah, he died from having 4 times the lethal amount of fentanyl.
Well, this is what happened. What actually happened is that the toxicology report showed lethal fentanyl dosages.
Okay. But
the coroner's conclusion was vague enough to be ascribed to the knee on the neck could have contributed to the cause of death.
But they claimed in the trial they showed his knee wasn't on his neck.
That's what they said in the trial, but the public eye, right? And the closed case says that he murdered him, right? Because that's what they did. The verdict was that Derek Chauvin was charged with, like, was it second-degree murder?
I think it was 2 counts of it.
Yeah, so he was charged with it.
Yeah, he was charged with something, but they had an appeal, I thought.
I have no idea.
I don't either.
Let's take a look. Derek Chauvin.
I don't know a lot about it, but I did watch part of the trial yesterday, ironically enough. And even they showed a clip.
Oh, that's what you do on a Wednesday night. You're just like, hey, let's watch the trial.
It was an officer was showing me something, a police officer, but he pointed out that his knee was on his shoulder, like literally in the trial. He showed him that, like, they're like, okay, from this angle, does it look like the knee is on the neck. And it was like, yeah, it does. It does look like that because it did.
Sure.
But then they showed a different body camera angle, and he's like, okay, this is the same time, like from a different angle. Does that look like it's on the neck? And it was clearly not on the neck. It was on the shoulder.
Right.
And so that's what's confusing to me about it, because I literally have been in trainings. Like, I have been in police officer trainings that say, like, where the guys have been professional fighters and professional, like, they train police officers, and they said, you cannot, it has been proven time and time again, you can't asphyxiate somebody by putting pressure on their, like, shoulder.
Sure.
And I was like, then how did I mean, granted, the Chauvin trial was a political thing, right?
Sure.
And I thought what was going to happen is they would rule it as a murder to placate the masses, and then have like a trial behind the scenes.
Sure.
But because honestly, you can't have a fair trial that way. Like, it defeats the whole purpose. And I'm here to tell you, they take that stuff so seriously, dude. Like, when picking out what do they call them? Jurors and stuff like that. They weed out non-biased jurors so thoroughly that it's like, well, you can't have, with like all of this national news, you can't have a non-biased trial. Which is part of the reason that you're not supposed to like broadcast a lot of that stuff.
Dude, I am reading this case as we're talking about it. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, you're right. He did appeal.
Okay.
So he was convicted
Right.
of second degree. Let me just make sure I'm saying this right. He was convicted of second degree murder,
Okay.
third degree murder,
Okay.
and second degree manslaughter. Now, what's the difference between second degree manslaughter and second degree murder?
Murder implies, I believe, typically murder implies intent, and typically manslaughter is like an accidental killing of another
So
person.
how can you be convicted with both?
I don't know.
Interesting. So
I would have to look at because usually within the convictions there's an articulation for it. But here's the thing. I'm not familiar with first degree or second degree murder in that state.
Sure.
So I don't even know what second degree murder is, or third degree murder. I don't know what that is.
Interesting.
Or
So-
a lot of time, often too, manslaughter implies like a certain amount of recklessness, I believe.
Sure. Okay, so with time already served deducted, Mr. Chauvin's sentence would amount to 20 years and 5 months,
Okay.
near the lower end of the range of 20 to 25 years prescribed by the sentencing guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the sentence on Thursday, but what I'm confused because what it's saying at the end here, and this is what I'm reading at the end. While Mr. Chauvin faced state charges first, his 3 colleagues were convicted on. Okay. Oh, so the other 2 officers. Oh, wait a second. Mr. Chauvin has been held in state prison in Minnesota since his murder conviction, largely confined to administrative segregation, racist, and for safety. The judge says Mr. Chauvin would be on supervised release for 5 years after completing his prison term. Oh, so they're not. Dude, he's appealed it. So tell me what an appeal process. He's just got to wait and figure it out and fight in the courts.
Yeah.
Which is still going to take a long time. So, wow.
Yeah, it probably does. It probably takes a really long time.
Chauvin, dude.
And I don't know, dude. So that's crazy that you can have an opinion about something and get sued for it. They're not going to win that. I'd be shocked if they won that.
Well, it's going to amount to whether or not that counts as defamation. And I don't know what defamation, what it constitutes for someone who's dead, right?
Right.
And what type of rights the family has there to sue him.
What
Right?
is defamation even? What's the legal term for it?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I have Google right here. All right.
That's what's like. I feel like people throw that around willy nilly, and it's like,
Okay, defamation is a statement that injures the third party's reputation. The tort of defamation includes both libel, written statements, and slander, spoken statements. State common law and statutory law governs defamation actions, and each state varies in their standards for defamations and potential damages. Okay, so it has to include essentially an injury of reputation.
well, if you're dead,
Yeah. I don't know. Is your reputation supposed to be valuable after you die?
yeah,
don't know.
right? Well, I mean, didn't George Floyd already have like kind of a bad rap? Like, didn't he go to like federal prison?
Yeah, but dude, that's neither here nor there. Okay.
I mean, I don't
Who,
feel
who
like
hasn't
he had,
served who hasn't served a federal prison sentence every now and then? You know?
right? Hey, when was the last time you were in the penny, dude?
Last weekend I was visiting my cellmate.
Yeah, dude. I was talking to mine earlier today. Old cell block C, dude. My old roommate from cell block C.
Cell block C. Robbie. We used to make shanks together. Good times.
Yeah, dude. Mine was Gare Bear, dude. He Gare Bear, bro. He still refers to himself as the queen. If you know what I'm saying, I'm the king.
I know what you're saying. Hey, it's Meatloaf Tuesday.
Well, daddy and mommy, you know what I'm saying?
Anyways, this has gone off the rails. We got way too serious for a second there.
Yeah, that was
about
a
real
little
politics.
heavy. I don't know.
Sorry, we don't
dude.
really care about George Floyd one way or the other, or Derek Chauvin one way or the other. Why? Because we're focused on one thing and one thing only, and that's what Dalton was accused of earlier today: misogyny.
Yeah.
We're focused on massages.
That's what really matters here. To be completely fair, just in all disclaimer, I don't know the facts of the Chauvin trial very well.
Sure.
Right? I don't, be completely honest. I've heard like one side's arguments. I haven't really looked at like the other sides, but if Chauvin should not be in prison, because that's the side that I've seen mostly is like the argument for him not being in prison.
Sure.
And I'm inherently biased too, I would argue, but I don't think he should be in prison personally. But
well, I don't think you should be in prison either.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. There was a lot going on, dude.
Sure. And let's get back to some fun stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Apple released new iPads. That's cool stuff.
Really?
UFC 280 this weekend. Let's get our UFC hats on. Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira. Now, there's only one reason why this matters. And this matters because Islam Makhachev is the protege of Khabib. He is Khabib reborn. Khabib is his head coach.
Oh.
And the fight's in Abu Dhabi, and they started at noon. And I'm really pissed that they start a fight card at noon. Why? Because you're catering to the Abu Dhabi crowd?
At noon our time.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
I was wondering. I was like, well, dude, noon for them is probably like a reasonable hour for us.
Yeah, dude, your boy Sugar Sean O'Malley's fighting.
Don't know who that is.
Never mind. I don't know why I talk MMA with you.
That's like I don't know Sugar Sean, but I like the name. I like the name, dude.
You should like the name. TJ Dillashaw's back. It's gonna be good times. Anyways, yeah, I really don't have anything else. I guess we didn't have that good of stuff. Besides
Dude,
that sweet content where you you apparently forgot this girl you did.
Dude, that's my girl called in, dude.
You think that's a sign that you've been in the same dating pool for too long? When you're like, oh, we actually went on a date.
Yeah, I think it is a sign,
I don't even remember you.
I don't know, dude. And man, I feel like I'm gonna get shiz for the Chauvin thing.
Dude, you're just speaking your truth.
Well,
hashtag something a white woman would say.
I guess I should probably hold my tongue on something.
We're just two guys.
Well, because I was going to compare my incident with his, but there is actually a
Ooh,
distinct.
I wouldn't talk about that.
That's why I'm like, I can't talk about that. I don't think.
When
But
he says
there's also
incident, he's referring to a long time he had on the toilet the other day. So
there's a distinction between the two, and there's a noteworthy distinction that actually is not in his favor, I think.
sure.
But
Sure.
once again, dude, the problem that I run into is I don't know the details of the case, because there's also there could also be like reasonable articulation for the certain actions that I'm thinking of. So
Sure.
but
Well,
without
I think-
being able to explain my incident, it kind of gets difficult. So
Sure.
we'll just leave it at that.
Well, I think we'll leave it at that. I think moral of the story is save numbers in your phone. Number
Yeah,
one.
that's probably something I should do.
Save numbers in your phone.
Yeah, the moral of the story, save numbers, remember your dates. Even
Massages.
from almost 2 years ago. Get good
Massages.
at massages.
You get a massages.
These are massage fingers.
Magic hands. And also like and subscribe and watch the video elements of this podcast, because it's a whole to do.
Yeah, like and subscribe, guys. Love you a long time.
Love you long time. Bye.